Before we get started, you should know that this is not about beef between two labels, but a detailed look into a family feud between father and son.
Mac Main right here, and we missing one more. Oh, Drizzy Drake! Oh, Drizzy Drake! Oh.
During its prime, Young Money Records was the most well-rounded label in the game, and with Lil Wayne as their general, they couldn't lose. They were a family of talented artists, and within a short period of time became the fastest growing, most demanded, and most listened to label in the industry.
It's YM, and we at your neck like a violin.
Young Money Records had the ability to become one of the greatest record labels ever, but unfortunately suffered a nasty loss by the same entity that gave them life.
I got a new label, Young Money Entertainment. It was Brian Baby Williams, which is my father, and Slim, my other father. That was their idea.
Listen, Birdman put me on when I was just 11. He was my teacher, so I was like, off the lesson.
Nothing begins with an end, so let's start at the beginning. The relationship between Wayne and the Williams brothers was introduced through business, but after the death of Lil Wayne's father, who everyone knew as Rabbit, Birdman stepped up in his life as the father figure, and from there they became family.
He was my preacher, so I was like, the Reverend. My mother Sita, she said that I was with the devil.
Whenever dealing with Cash Money, you have to take a second to understand it better. You're dealing with one of the most powerful entities in hip-hop, a system of masterminds, muscle, mouthpiece, and most notable, real gangsters. Cash Money's track record for getting things done was 10 for 10, and although it wasn't the best environment for a youngster, Lil Wayne was a product of it.
I got that medicine, I'm better than all the names. Hey, it's Cash Money Records, man, a lawless game.
In 2003, the Williams brothers agreed to launch Young Money Entertainment as a sub-company under Cash Money, which was a powerful business move that made Wayne a partner and gave him 49% ownership, and the other 51% went to the brothers.
Cash Money, Young Money, do it till it stop. Come to do my thing and hold down my side. Eagle Street, man, do my set up high.
From 2003 to 2004, Lil Wayne's label was led by the group Squad Up, which consisted of 4 of Wayne partners and the hand-picked lyricist out of Ninth Ward, New Orleans by the name of Nut the Kid. After the group was dismantled in 2004, Lil Wayne had signed his first solo artist, Currency.
You know what currency mean? That's money. And I'm saying hot spitter, not hospital. But I will have you in there for playing with me. And when it go to you, it's coming back to me with money. I tell her put them shoes on and keep my paper running. With me working with Cash Money and working with Wayne, it's been a totally different situation than what I thought it was going to be, based on what I heard before I got there. But when the deed done, you gotta send her back.
Don't be surprised if she asks with a kid.
Once the ball got rolling, it didn't stop, and Lil Wayne was proving himself as well as building a powerful reputation as a successful label owner. He began signing more talent to the roster and even reached back to his old crew and re-signed Kid Kid, Gutta Gutta, and T Streets to the label, each as solo artists. And although Wayne was brewing his own legacy, he was still an artist of Cash Money Records, but had no problems with fulfilling his obligations as well as the obligations of his Young Money movement.
I'm in the middle of the wall where my enemy at. I'm running it like Eric be enemy back. I hear the track, I'm like an energy pack. The instruments are crying out, where the sympathy at? Okay, I'm finna be that. Whatever rich look like, well look, I'm finna be that. They say money ain't everything, but I look better with that. It's Cash Money, Young Money, have a sweater with that, and just chill.
Wayne's loyalty to Cash Money and love for the Birdman showed up in every song as he dominated the industry through dropping consistent albums and mixtapes that were all category 5s. Where most artists had to set up their punchlines, every bar Wayne spit was a punchline, and through his ability to cultivate, he went on to set records and accomplished many great things, including winning 4 Grammy Awards. Birdman is a mastermind, and he's clearly raised a genius because through Wayne's artist selection and building his Young Money empire, he obviously chose wisely. In 2009, he checkmate the game after signing Drake and Nicki Minaj to his label, and through his genius completed the Young Money family with Gutta Gutta, T Streets, J Mills, Lil Twist, Lil Chucky, Mac Main, Chanel, and Tyga, all of who were a part of the 2009 lineup, as well as the 2009 release of Young Money's collaboration album titled We Are Young Money, which was carried by 3 singles, Every Girl, Roger That, and Bedrock.
He say I'm bad, he probably right. He pressing me like button downs on a Friday night.
Like father, like son, Wayne was gaining a reputation for turning regular artists into superstars. And in 2010, he showed it to the world with the release of Drake's Thank Me Later and Nicki Minaj's Pink Friday albums, which both peaked at #1 on the US Billboard 200 and both surpassed platinum status.
We like Baskin Robbins. We got 31 flavors. Ow! My neighborhood's small. I got 31 neighbors. I was so shook. I had 31 razors. When I was younger, I had 31 pages.
In 2007, Lil Wayne's longtime friend and Holly Grove native, McMain, filled in as president of Young Money Records after Lil Wayne stepped down for wearing too many hats, and actually turned out to be a powerful business move within the Young Money camp. In 2010, Wayne ended up doing 8 months in prison, and was the same year the label put out 3 #1 albums, showing that Wayne had built a well-functioning money-making machine.
Yeah, stunt man, street sweeper in my hand, get the dustpan.
YMCMB is a connection between Young Money and Cash Money, but when you think about it, Lil Wayne was Cash Money and was also responsible for the success of his Young Money brand. But after trying to exercise his power as a label owner by asking for payment from Universal in order to pay his artists for their success, he was redirected back to Cash Money due to a $100 million loan accepted by the Williams brothers. So now it was up to Wayne to get the money from the Birdman, which was going to be a tough task due to Birdman's notorious track record when it comes to paying people. This incident resulted into the severing of family ties between father and son and was just the beginning. Although Wayne continued his obligations with Cash Money, he began to distance himself from the label and soon after publicly announced he wanted out.
I said something earlier, I ain't gonna throw y'all off with that Cash Money millionaire shit. Let me explain. See what it is. I'm a Cash Money millionaire forever because I helped create that shit. So I never stopped loving that shit. I'm the Birdman Jane forever because that's my part. When I never had a part, that ain't my part. You gonna always be my part. But when it comes to money, I'm 22 years old and I gotta get more than what they're trying to give me. You understand me?
Lil Wayne's Carter 5 album was complete and had been submitted to Cash Money for release, but was put on the shelf by the label as a way of cooling the hot boy off. But it didn't work. Lil Wayne is a musical genius and a very intelligent man, but when it comes to being a boss, Birdman is the truth. He was already making money off of Wayne's solo career and was getting 51% of each album sold by the Young Money camp. So Birdman was eating hefty off of every Young Money artist who were selling albums.
He's still my son, that ain't gonna change. Because I brought him in this game. I took us from nothing and turned us to something. That was my decision from the top to do this. And he took it and brought it to another level, which that was something he's supposed to do as us being a team. I put the brain game together, he put the, the rap and whatever came with that.
In December of 2014, Wayne filed a lawsuit against Cash Money. Within the lawsuit, Wayne was asking for $51 million for wages owed to Young Money Entertainment and for the Young Money imprint to be removed from Cash Money completely. By this time, their family feud had went public, and through social media, the world stayed tuned in.
I don't feel like I owe him $50 million. I don't feel that way. I gave a man $70 million up front.
Rich gang, fucked up, baby.
Birdman had formed the Rich Gang and stood behind a couple of newly signed artists who rapidly grew in success, became the new faces of Cash Money, and carried the Cash Money versus Wayne feud into a dark place.
That would be Lil Wayne. Scoring an 8-figure settlement in a legal battle with Birdman, Cash Money, and Universal Records. After
a long wait of 4 years, on June 6, 2018, Dwayne Carter was awarded an undisclosed amount worth more than $10 million, a contractual separation from Cash Money, and his Young Money imprint is now free of any parent companies.
I ruined relationships before my image, but all I ever wanted was everybody's attention.
With a brand new bag and 50% ownership of a hip-hop dynasty, Wayne continued to make big moves through Nicki and Drake, and on September 28, 2018, finally dropped the Carter 5, which was distributed through Republic Records. The Carter 5, it debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart.
This that shit they didn't want me on. I'm about to act up a donk-a-donk. Shimon.
Truth is, without Birdman, there would be no Young Money Entertainment, and we wouldn't know Lil Wayne like we know him today, if we would have known him at all. And although they've gone through their in-house issues, time has proven their family ties as well as their father and son bond has lasted the test. Due to their bond, the fact that they share artists, and even being separate entities, YMCMB is still alive.
I knew this day was gonna come, but I didn't know when it was gonna come. And I wanted to apologize worldwide to let them know that, you know what I mean? This is YMCMB for